How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Honolulu Hammerheads franchise mode. And wow, that feels like a mouthful when I try to say it as fast as I'm saying it tonight. But tonight, we will be going ahead and drafting and doing the offseason, our first, offseason after we've actually played as a franchise. It feels weird to say that, considering that I started this franchise mode like a long time ago, but we are in our first offseason. That's not the initial one that you start with. And I think this team is really primed to go somewhere. The team is going to look really good, I think, moving forward. We just need to take a look at who is going to have an expiring contract and who we probably want to bring back and how much cap space are we going to have to maybe target some of our pending free agents. You know what? I'm going to just ignore the fact that we got reverse swept because I really don't want to talk about it. But one guy I can already see up here is Chris Kreider. How did Chris Kreider do this season? In the playoffs, he had 4 points. I mean, the whole team kind of took a nosedive. But, 50 points, 16 goals in 82 games is definitely not bad. 13 power play points. He played 15 minutes a night. That's not bad. He lots of hits, giveaways to takeaways, good takeaway to giveaway ratio. I'd like anything for a forward that's greater than 1 takeaway per giveaway. Doesn't block a ton of shots, but throws his body around a fair bit, so I don't mind it. Penalty minutes, 40 minutes. Playoff stats, he took 6 penalty minutes. That's not horrible. I'm starting to look at penalty minutes a lot more because I'm starting to realize it's kind of biting me in the butt. But all expiring contracts include Kreider, Brassard, and Hayden Fleury. This guy right here, probably want to re-sign him. How did he do on the season? 15 points was a +1. I'd like any player that's a plus. 32 penalty minutes for the amount of time he played is kind of concerning. He's playing third pairing, 6th defenseman, ice time. Giveaway to takeaway ratio is not bad. A good amount of hits, decent amount of blocks. I mean, for a defenseman playing on the bottom pairing, he's 23 low elite. I'd like to see him jump. I don't think he will. But how much is he even going to ask for? Whoa, 6 years at $5.5 million? Bud, I don't think you're exactly worth that. Chris Kreider, what do you think you're worth? 5 years at $5 million? I could see you at 3 years at $4.5 million back on the team. It's actually giving him a pay cut. I don't know if he'd accept a pay cut, but we have $14 million in cap space, it appears. Oh, we have $25 million in cap space. Does that mean our goaltender is leaving? That means our goaltender is leaving. Main roster, Markstrom is leaving, and he does not want to come back. All right, Markstrom, why don't you want to come back, bud? Anyway, let's go ahead and sim to the draft. We'll work on the draft before we work on the contracts. I don't believe we acquired any first. We might have actually given up our first. But there is a franchise Mikhail Novikov here at the start. Medium franchise sniper, would love to have him, but not going to get him. Alex Lafreniere, and there it is. And yeah. So we do apparently have our first because it did recommend I make a pick, but we'll just double check who's going to be right there around our pick. And maybe, just maybe, we use some players to move up because it looks like we're picking 11, 12, 13. Okay. I don't know who's there at that point. I haven't done enough drafts. I haven't done the first year draft just enough, but maybe we do want to try and move up into the top 5. Even up here, because I think Quentin Byfield's also medium elite. Alexander Holtz is medium elite. Seems to be pretty good. NHL ready. All these guys are NHL ready. This guy's similar to Mario Lemieux. Offensive defenseman Johan Edler, medium elite, would be, oh my god, he looks sick. And he's down there at 8, so we don't even have to move up. Wow. This draft is absolutely loaded, and I'm not going to miss out on it. I don't think Cole Perfetti is medium elite. I don't think so. But Lucas Raymond and Johan Edler might be. They're saying this guy's a gem, and I can see why. A minus B. I would definitely do that, considering we've already got young, good forwards up there at the top. Hoagland there, yeah, that's another guy we could fall back on if we wanted to trade down. Is there anybody as far as a later round elite? So Ola Lindgren is currently being scouted by Matthias Jensen. Yeah, so maybe he's a franchise goaltender. don't really see that happening, and he's pretty far away from being something, but you know what, guys? It's never wrong with having trade bait. A bunch of guys that seem to be okay here in the second round, so maybe we can snag somebody there. But I would like to ideally move up a few spots from our 11th pick, wherever it was. I didn't exactly take a look at that. But that's my plan, I think, is to try and move up. We are it's not solidified yet, so we don't know exactly where we're picking. Because we could win the lottery? Whose pick do we have if we're picking 11th? Interesting. I forgot we might have gotten a first for like Brent Burns or somebody like that. I completely forgot that we'd made those trades. Wow. Well, wait, we got Braden Point. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are your Stanley Cup champions. So no longer can you say there were only 6 teams in the league, because now there are 32 since the Honolulu Hammerheads joined the league, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are your Stanley Cup champions, and we should be getting the draft lottery. Edmonton jumped. Oh, why did it say we were picking in the 11s? Interesting. We didn't miss the playoffs, I can tell you that much. So we're picking in the mid-teens. I would have really appreciated it not pranking me there. As far as where I'm picking, because I was actually planning to move up. But Marian Hossa, Arizona Coyotes legend, retires. Henrik Zetterberg retires. Marian Gaborik retires as well. Erot, Roy, Johan Franzen, Clark MacArthur, Coburn Green. Wow, a lot of players retired. Did any goaltenders retire? McElhaney and Foths. So nobody really. Oh my God, coach is retiring, and doesn't look like anybody for us. Which is, nope, Theodore Heinrich retired. That's great. And those couple players are now a scout. And go to view draft class. Where does it say I'm going to be picking now? Probably not right there. Yeah, it's saying we're down here. Pavel Datsyuk, I see you making a comeback, bro. I see you. And then Sordiff, Justin Sordiff, Caden Gooley, and then Pavel Datsyuk. I kind of want to take Pavel Datsyuk, but something tells me he's not exactly as good as Pavel Datsyuk. Now, we could always take Hoagland because he's right there. So we're picking in the early 20s, which is fine. So let's go ahead and sort by that potential again, because we can maybe uncover something about Ola Lindgren. And, they're saying that we should target him. So let's pin him and interview him. So see if we can uncover some information about him. Skills, play style. How long do you think, NHL ETA, how long do you think it's going to take you? 5+ years, but that's okay. Because if you're a goaltender, you and your franchise, you're just trade bait, bud. That would be a terrible thing to tell somebody in the middle of their draft interview. Like, hey, bud, like, listen, when we draft you, you're probably never going to play for our franchise, but I thought you just want to know. And I just asked a goalie what kind of style he used. Of course, it's a hybrid. But hopefully, it gives us a little bit more information about Ola Lindgren. And maybe he is... Okay, no, it doesn't give us any more information. He's still 3-bar high elite. Worth the shot, though. He could be medium starter, which still would be a good pick at that point in the draft. But I do want to move up to like 8 and target... he's projected to go 6th now. They updated it. Johan Edler's projected to go 6th. I still like Lucas Raymond. He's a terrible skater, but I'm not too worried about it because I won't play too much with these guys. I'll play a little bit every once in a while. Probably boot it up. But let's see. Quentin Byfield is I think he's medium elite. I think 8 or wow. Anton Lundell. I do want Anton Lundell. I want to see about him. He looks to be pretty well-rounded. He's 2 years away, so he won't be quite as good as those other guys right off the start. But let's talk about his play style. His NHL readiness is question marks for now, so we don't know exactly. 2 years. What's his play style? He's it's two-way forward. Okay. New topic. And let's go with his skills and strengths. And he's got a good shot. Okay, yeah, that's usually how it goes. All these kids say their shot is usually their best. So yeah, Anton Lundell, are you worth moving up for? It doesn't give me any more information about him, but that's okay. Sugihara. Angelo Sugihara. Let's talk to this dude, because we didn't... I mean, if I am legitimately thinking about moving up, then, you know, it could be an option. He's 1 year away from playing in the NHL. What kind of player are you? He's a defensive defenseman. Not a fan, but, you know, defensive defensemen aren't as horrible as they were a few years ago. Still would rather have all the offensive defensemen. And he's a good skater. I liked... Ooh, okay. I can work with a defensive defenseman who's a good skater. I am okay with a really fast shutdown guy. I'll take that. All right. No more information gained, and that's all of our interviews conducted. Man, I really wish we would have jumped in the draft, but let's see. Does anybody want to give up their pick? Anybody up here at all? 7. The Arizona Coyotes want to give up their pick. I'd be down to move some stuff for it. Draft picks. How about our first? You guys want a goalie of mine? How about a skater of mine? Of course you want a skater of mine. Eric Stahl actually went up in overall, and he's got 1 more year left. Gerard's expiring, but yep, he's got an extension. Wow, that's a big extension for Gerard. I like Gerard, but 7 years at $5 million for an 80. If he jumps, it might be worth it. Carlo as well. Carlo's got 3 years left. I think I might move Carlo. I think I'd rather have the chance of Gerard growing. I don't know. I'd rather give up Carlo if I'm going to give up one of the two of them. They would have too many players in the organization. So, you know what? I'll just take a cap dump from them, because he should have absolutely no value. Yeah, Soderberg, and he's got 1 year left at $4 million. I can take that on. Beautiful. Propose that trade. Carlo in our first to move up 10 spots. Is Carlo worth 10 spots? He is. Carlo is worth 10 spots. Can we go up to 1? They don't want to give up 1. Oh my god, that's a lot of trade value. No, we cannot go up to 1, giving up anything reasonable. So we are up to 7, and we are going to get a good player for the future. Arizona wanted to give it up. They traded down. They got a player that they wanted, and they offloaded a big contract. I don't know why it even matters, because Soderberg is just going to leave. But we'll just sim to our pick and see who went ahead of us. Wow. Novikov, medium franchise, 83 already. Sniper, 93 shot. The Columbus Blue Jackets jumped, and they won the draft lottery. Alex Lafreniere is going to Edmonton. I didn't even realize Edmonton... I did realize it, but it didn't click that they jumped from 9 to 2, and they're going to take Alex Lafreniere. And then Gaspard is an 81. Oh my god, a medium elite. What is this? 80 overall. Gustavs Gonchar goes 4th. Imagine thinking you're the Kings. You're going to get screwed out of a great player. Okay, yes, you didn't get Lafreniere or Novikov, but you got Gonchar, and he's pretty darn good. He is pretty darn good, and Johan Edler is, I think, the guy I want. He's got all A's and just a B for defense. He's a defenseman. See, I don't like the C there. I don't like those there. Yeah, we're going to go up and take the Swedish offensive defenseman, Johan Edler, right-handed, 5'11", 181. Welcome to the Honolulu Hammerheads, and he's a 78 overall, medium elite offensive defenseman. He's better than Byfield. He's better than Holtz. He's the 5th best player in the draft, and we only gave up the 17th, 20-something pick? Nah, 17th overall pick. And Brandon Carlo for Edler. I'd take Edler over Carlo any day. All right, 89 speed, 88 acceleration, 83 defensive awareness already. Pretty good. Offensive awareness and passing are 85s apiece. And then his shot is pretty good for a defenseman too. I'm really excited to have Johan Edler play for this franchise. Now the question is, do we actually play him in the franchise? Tampa Bay wow, wait, could we get another... Ooh, okay. Could we get another medium elite player here? And all we'd have to give up is a guy like... Give Palat back. You guys want Palat back? They do. I mean, okay. And I'd give up a 2nd round pick this season for that. Would that work? Yes, maybe. No. Palat in a 2nd for the 10th overall? Rejected. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go through. Do we have any rookie skaters that I'm willing to just like throw in? Obviously, I'm not throwing in Edler. Forget about it. Rookie goalies, Comrie. I mean, I could throw in Comrie, I guess, unless I wanted to throw in. I mean, I guess I could throw in Comrie. I mean, he's not that much better. I mean, he's high start. Okay, he might grow compared to UC Saros. Let's throw in UC Saros. Do you guys want Saros? How about Saros Palat in a second for the 10th overall? Trade rejected. It's quite close to fair value, though. Quite close to fair value. So you know what that means? We go to our draft picks, and we give up a 4th. And I know, guys, that 86th pick, Ola Lundstrom, we have the 81st overall pick as well. Trade accepted. Beautiful. So we traded Palat to move up to 10 and hopefully get another medium elite. Raymond goes. Lundell goes. Is there another medium elite in this draft? Perfetti, maybe. Siguhara. Marco Rossi. Oh, my goodness. Boris, I'd rather take the shot on Cole Perfetti. I don't think he's going to be a medium elite. He's 3-bar medium elite. He might be just medium top 6, but I wouldn't mind a real person's face. Oh boy, this is a tough one because Boris Nikas. I don't even know how to say that name. Cole Perfetti, or do we want to take Angelo Sugihara? Because he's I did interview this guy. He looks okay, but I can't really tell. I think he's computer generated though, which is better than. I don't want to pass on Cole Perfetti being medium elite, but I also don't want to pass on Angelo Sugi. You know what? I'm gonna take the safer bet here in Cole Perfetti. We already took a defenseman, so let's take ourselves a forward prospect. He is medium elite. Oh my god, I almost passed on Cole Perfetti, a medium elite 72, and oh my god, he's better than Lundell. Not as good as Raymond, though. How sick would it have been had Raymond fallen to us? Because that would have been amazing. But Cole Perfetti, welcome to the Honolulu Hammerheads. You're a couple years away, but you will be playing in the OHL again, and hopefully jumping a lot. So let's see who Ottawa gets. Sugihara. Oh my god, thank you for whatever power possessed me to take Cole Perfetti, because I was not ready to take somebody with a real face. I was ready to take somebody with the silhouette and just hope they had potential. But yeah, I think we shed some cap space with those deals too. Carlo and Palat both shed cap space. We now have 23 million in cap space. That includes the 5 million we have from Soderbergh. Guys, we have a ton of cap space. Those guys can be replaced. And now we will go take Ola Lundstrom, the goal. Get out of here, LA. I know what you're doing. You're trying to find your next Jonathan Quick, but no. He's mine. Ola Lindgren is mine. Oh, really? You guys are going to tell me not to take Ola Lindgren? I'm going to take Ola Lindgren because I feel like it. Make pick. And he's high elite. Boys, this is the draft of the century. We have gotten a high elite goaltender, a medium elite 78 overall defenseman, and Cole Perfetti, medium elite 72. This guy's only a 47, but he has high elite potential, and he is only 18. Wow, what a draft so far. Johan Edler, Cole Perfetti, and Ola Lindgren. Is he Swedish? I can't tell, but hey, I will take every second of it. Oh, baby, let's go. That is a big pick. That is huge. I wasn't sure if he's going to be medium franchise, but he is high elite, and that's good news because with high elite, he's most likely going to grow quite a bit, so he is not going to be trade bait until we know he's no longer good enough for this roster. Who do we still? Yeah, we still have Markstrom in goal. So if we re-sign Markstrom for 2 seasons, we could maybe then see if Lindgren is ready to go. But I'm done making trades. We're just gonna take picks now, boys. I'm sorry, but I can't pass up medium elite, high elite. That is just insane. Very, very happy with that. Some guys later on here that, well, probably aren't that good. Good chance that we can probably get somebody here, like Petr Bilic. I mean, medium top 9 forwards aren't horrible, and he's projected to go right here. from the Czech Republic. 55 overall, medium top 9. It certainly beats what Pittsburgh just took. Let's go to our next pick, which is pick number 177. Oh, man. I'm going to have to give my voice a break here. Medium backup. He's probably going to be an AHL goaltender. Medium bottom 6 to forward there. Low elite guy here. Probably not going to be Terry Alsner. We might have... let's take him. Screw it. I'm going to take him. And he's a low top 6 forward. Oh, my goodness. Talk about just... What a draft. A 7th round pick. I don't even care. Give me anybody. Sofas. Give me Sofilas. No, just kidding. I'm actually going to try on this pick. I don't know why, but I'm going to. So we are at pick 209. I mean, I could take a shot at Malik Aubrey there, but I don't think he's going to be good enough. Or I don't think he's going to be as good as advertised. Jesus, yeesh, there is nobody to take here, really. It's just a matter of getting lucky if you're going to get somebody at this point. And I want to get somebody who's projected to go relatively close to the draft itself, not like next year's draft, because that would be unfortunate. So, Par Johnson, you know what? The Swedes have treated us nicely today. Our NHL scout says, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we go ahead here and Jukka Suominen. Suominen, I think, played for the same team as Johan, our first overall, our first selection. So we'll just take him. Medium 7th. I forgot our first pick's name already. But that's okay, because I'm going to go give him a contract. Right now. Let's just jump into it. Oh, boy. Edler. Johan Edler, of course. Cole Perfetti. Ola Lindgren. And then some decent players at the end. I mean, 7th round pick is a 7th defenseman. It's not like we have that fantastic. Let's go to just sign our scout here. Where is the scout that I have to re-sign? It was Extra Liga. There we go. Chara. We'll bring Chara back. Throw a little bit more money at Karin Chara. And there we go. So Hayden Fleury, no goalies are entering RFA. So yeah. But we're doing okay. Cap space wise, we have 30 million. We have 30 million in cap space, all expiring contracts. Seems to be a decent amount. Anthony Cirelli, I would like to bring him back. As his morale's not all that high. He's not happy because of his ice time or his recent individual performance. Wow, I absolutely butchered that. First things first, Fleury, let's qualify him. Let's qualify Cirelli, I think. And then goaltenders. Markstrom still does not want to come back. He's an 87 overall goaltender. I'll give him a 3-year deal at $6 million. And I think if he refuses that, I'm going to let him walk. As far as the main roster is concerned, we've got Point Besser, Ginla. Let's stick with the forwards for now. Let's break it down, okay? Point Besser, Stahl, Ginla. Soderberg wants a contract, and he's an 81. If his contract, you know what? That's not a bad contract for a guy like Soderberg, who's a good two-way guy and can probably, you know what? He was a -17. He played for Arizona, though. And this is the pre-Taylor Hall Arizona. Played 12 minutes. I mean, his face-off percentage wasn't great. He was fine. Less than $2 million for an 81 overall. It'll be on the bottom guy. Because Perry Kapanen, that's a big contract, my guy. How about you start growing and, we'll talk. Kreider, though. I definitely want to bring back Kreider. 3 years at 4.75. If you take that, I will be very happy. So that's about $10.5 million we just used right now. So that leaves us with 20 million, just about. So 20 million to go. I mean, as far as forwards go, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Kreider, 6 with Kapanen. So that's our top 6. Probably would sign a second line center. No, we have a second line center. So our first line is Point Besser Hall, or Point Besser Ginla, Stahl, Kreider, Kapanen. I don't mind that. Third line of Kasha with Soderberg and Firk. How did Martin Firk do? He was actually in the AHL and did pretty good. Wow, he's an 80 overall. Are you serious? Are you serious? Firk is an 80 overall, and I had him in the minors? Surprised he even wants to come back. Okay, 80 overall at 26. He scored 23 goals down there in the minors. I'm pretty okay with that. I'm going to give Soderberg a contract. He does want to come back. I did make the trade for him. 1 year at 1.75. That's fine for my third line center. Let's double check defenseman before I start handing out all the money. Yes, Hayden Fleury. First, Edler. Why don't we give you a contract here, my guy? You deserve it. There you go. Fleury. Oh, wow. So we definitely need to sign at least one defenseman. So we got Gustafsson, Larson, Gerard, Fleury, Ben, Edler. I would like to keep Edler down, not necessarily in the minors, but I think in his junior affiliate. Where did he play? Oh, he did not play for the same team as that other guy. But yeah, I would just send him back to the SHL for a season, I think. Hayden Fleury, offer you a contract. What do you want? 3 years at, you know what? I would give you 3 years, yeah. 3 years at $3 million. If you take 3 years at $3 million, I'm going to be pleased because you were asking for $5 million earlier. Let's just go ahead and advance a day and see how we do really quickly. Okay, Chara. Hayden Fleury did resign. Chris Kreider does not want that dollar value, so I might have to pay him $5 million. More money to persuade him. Reject it. He wants to test free agency, and Soderberg and Edler all signed a contract. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm fine with that. Is Jordy Ben really making $2 million? I really don't like the fact that Jordy Ben is making $2 million, guys. If I buy him out, that would cost me, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. One season of Jordy Ben is not worth that kind of cap hit. But then again, if it means we keep guys like Kreider, I mean, what is that down there? Still 26 million? I would take 26 million. Kreider, offer him a contract. 3 years at 5 million. I'll give you 3 years at 5 million, Chris. 2 years? 2 years at 5 million. You know what? We'll give you 2 years at 5 million. That means we get to decide sooner. I don't know about Firk. How did Chandler Stevenson do? He played in the AHL, it looks like. Yeah, he had 56 points. He was a -4. He scored 20 goals, though. So, Cirelli, how did you do? Cirelli played on Honolulu. He only got 23 points, and he only played 9 minutes. I got to give Cirelli more minutes than that. He's going to be on our third line, I'm pretty sure. 3 years at 1.25. Sign me up for that contract because I'm pretty sure I can move it regardless. Derek Brassard, I'm going to just release him. I don't even care what he wants. Wow, we got a lot of guys down here. Bjorkstrand at $2.5 million. Bud, what did you do? Oh, that's right. We had a problem. We had too many depth guys that I didn't want to give everybody time. I'm going to keep Cole Perfetti. He played actually in the OHL, so I'll give him a contract because he can be sent down anyway. Beautiful. Okay, Mikhail Bodker. Wow, he dropped off hard. That's fine with me if he doesn't want to come back. I think I'll give Firk a contract. What does he want? I'm going to give you 1 year at 1.5 and see what you say because I don't want to dish out too many positions and real-life contracts. Kreider renewed, Cirelli renewed, Firk renewed, Perfetti joined the roster. Okay, we have 21 million. And we definitely need a goalie. So, Markstrom, Bud, what do you say to like 2 years at 6.25? 6.2. 2 years at 6.2. Because that way we could give time to Lindgren to grow as his high elite status might suggest. Strahlheimer, AHL guy, offer him a contract. In the system. Oh, we did trade UC Saros. So yeah, we probably want to just give this guy a tiny contract, whatever. All skaters, there we go. Let's advance another day. It's June 27th, so we just have a few more days. Hopefully, Markstrom rejected that contract too. Strahlheimer did re-sign though. We have 21 million. I would like to keep Markstrom because he played, quite well for us on the season. I mean, 918 save percentage and a 257 goal against average is really good, in my opinion. And then he played really good in the first round, not quite as well in the second round. But I don't think 2 years at like $6.5 million is too outrageous for a starting goaltender that probably, is going to be worth it. Plus, Comrie's only making 1.85 for another season. We don't have any. I mean, Eric Stahl's probably going to retire. Larson's coming off the books. Soderberg, we're not going to have to pay him. I do probably want to get another forward, probably a second line forward. Kasperi Kapanen hopefully can be that second line right wing. Did he play second line? It looks like he did. And how did he do? Okay, 19, 20. I'll take 20 goals and 41 points. We'll see, though. Because we got Point Besser, Iginla, Stahl, Kreider, Kapanen, Soderberg, Firk, Sorelli, and then like Armia, Reese, Krause, or Kasha, Stevenson. I don't know if I want to bring Stevenson back. He's a depth guy that I don't think we need. I will qualify him to see what he does. Ernie, what kind of contract does he want? I think I'm gonna let him go. Just straight up go. By the way, guys, I am bringing back Chandler Stevenson for the memes because he is a legend. John Hayden, fourth line forward. What do you want? Wants a one-way contract. Gonna release that. Foxa, what do you want to do? Yeah, I think we acquired Foxa midway through the season. Can't remember. And if any of these guys want a one or a two-way deal, I'm more than willing to give them a two-way deal. Emerson Edom. Nope, does not want one. Oliver Bjorkstrand might. I think I'm going to look to move him, if at all possible. I'm going to need to sign a whole AHL squad, aren't I? But we'll focus on that later. Right now, I don't know why I'm exiting. At least just to check. I guess we'll advance a day. Markstrom is going to reject 2 years, 6.5. Are you serious? You're going to reject 2 years at $6.5 million. I mean, he played well. I don't want to get rid of him, but I don't think Markstrom is. Oh, 1 year? How about 1 year at 1 year at 6.3? I'll give you a 1 year prove it deal. $800,000 more than you want. Take it or leave it. This is the last offer you're going to get. Otherwise, I'm going to find a goalie in free agency. Wow. Okay. Looks like I'm finding a goalie in free agency. And all right. I'm sorry, guys. I would love to re-sign Jacob Markstrom, but he just did not want to cooperate whatsoever. So let's go ahead. Connor Sheary was a first-line forward, wants $9 million. Holy crap. Buffalo, did you inject this motherfucker with steroids or something? 22 goals, 77 points for Connor Sheary? What? I guess that goes to show you when you put somebody on Jack Eichel's wing, he'll score a bunch of points. Wow. Oh, okay. 55 assists. What? Okay. Whew. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Goalies. Who's available? Corey Crawford is available. Markstrom, Leonard. I mean, I would love to bring Markstrom back. I honestly would. Robin Leonard, though, is really enticing. He's cheaper. He's just as good. I think he's got more staying power at that overall. Didn't have nearly as good of a season as Markstrom did, clearly, but Markstrom could be playing himself into a contract that I don't want to pay out for somebody who's not that good. I think I will take my chances with Robin Leonard for 4 years at $5 million. 3 years sounds better. 3 years, $5 million for Robin Leonard. I'm cool with that. That still leaves us with $16 million. And as far as the defensemen that are available, Kevin Shattenkirk is a guy I could go after for about $5 million. Montour, but he's an RFA, unfortunately. I am still absolutely blown away that Connor Sheary statistically jumped to an 86. Wow. Granlund would be a good get. Jason Spezza, I think, is playing in over his head. Yeah, I would say he's playing in over his head. Charlie Coyle, not so much. But the question is, do we want to sign those guys? I think we have plenty of depth guys to sign or to play throughout the lineup. I think if I was going to get somebody, it would be a second line winger. And you know what? If Connor Sheary, no, I can't. Connor Sheary's going to ask for way too much money. I was going to say, if he can play half that good on our second line, I'd be thrilled. but unfortunately, I don't think he will. Because if we take a look at it, it's going to be Point, Besser, Aginla, Stahl, Kreider, Kapanen. Hopefully Kapanen jumps and that looks better. Maybe, maybe not, but I want to use my cap space for good. Soderberg, Ferk, Armia, probably want to get one more depth forward because Armia might be moved. Cirelli's going to play on the third line, so it's going to be Soderberg, Ferk, Cirelli, and then Kraus, Czar, and Kasha. I'm okay with Kasha there. He's listed as the third line scoring forward. I don't think he's very happy. He's very unhappy because of his ice time. So I might have to move on from guys like Kasha and Armia. We'll do that right now, actually, because I can. Find a trade for Armia and, well, maybe not but Joel Armia and Kasha. So we'll throw Kasha there, and let's just see what we could get for both of them combined. Anything? Didn't think so. How about just, because I could live with Armia just flipping him for peanuts. Kasha, though, has a little bit of value. A second-round pick from Vancouver, Anton Hudobin, a second-round pick from Dallas, a second-round pick from Montreal, Fowler, a good prospect, St. Louis Blues second, Killorn. Wow, they just want to give him back for Kasha, don't they? Teams are really overpaying for Kasha. Wow. I mean, I guess he could jump back up to what he was. Alex Killorn is an 83, if I remember correctly, and that's $4.5 million. I mean, we're only taking on an extra 2, really, and he would play on the second line wing. And I'd get a third and a fourth out of this deal. Not this coming draft, but the following draft. Killorn, is only an 81. I'm thinking of Palat. That's who I'm thinking of. But Kasha, it's got a good amount of value, it seems. Oh my God! Speaking of good amount of value, look at the roster. Look at the roster. It's great. I love it. Absolutely love it. But first, before I fall in love with this roster too much, let's move Andre Kasha. Let's just take the second and the seventh. I like that. I don't think anybody else here is really worth acquiring. The 2021 second is very tempting. From the Flyers, no. From Vancouver, yes. Oh, wow. Never mind. I almost fell for that one. You guys might have been worried, but I'm not. I'd rather have the second from Vancouver because don't forget, guys, we took Brock Besser and Markstrom, so they really don't have anybody. So that should be a high second. I'm going to accept that trade. Gets us another $2 million in cap space. Oh, I'm sorry, Brock. And now what would people give me for Bjorkstrand? Because Bjorkstrand also should be moved on from. Because he's making $2.5 million. We're just shedding all the dead weight. There's a bunch of seconds. We can get a bunch of seconds on the roster. Because those guys will line up great. But, I mean, if they were never going to play, what's the point, right? There's Killorn again. Vancouver, give me all your picks. Give me all the Vancouver picks. I don't mind give me the Vancouver picks. Give them to me. I'm going to own Vancouver, guys. Oh my God, nobody likes me trading away these players, but you know what? I'm going to because they aren't going to make the roster. As far as defensemen, I think I do want to sign somebody. And even then, if Edler plays in the NHL, it's not the end of the world. But Gustafsson, Larson, Girard, Fleury, Ben, Edler. Ben, 1 year at $2 million is not worth like trying to cap dump. Kyle Oposo is worth trying to cap dump, but I'm not going to take down that contract, Buffalo, because I've seen that contract in real life. So we are making a ton of moves right now. I don't know how well I'm thinking some of these through, but Ben for a third is not the worst thing I've seen. I would probably want to sign 2 defensemen, probably pretty quality defensemen. That means Girard and Fleury are then our 5th and 6th defensemen. Gustafsson and Larson can be interchangeable. Forwards, who's making a lot of money that shouldn't be? Stahl, not too worried about Stahl. Joel Armia, though, don't really have a spot for him. That's the thing. I don't have a spot for some of these guys, and I would like to get rid of them if I don't have a spot for them. So it looks like we're going to get 4th and a 5th. Kamano, 2 4ths from Montreal. Fonstad. Doesn't look like 2 4ths from St. Louis. Oh, and a 4th and a 5th from Vancouver. Vancouver, give me all your picks. Give them to me, Vancouver. Oh, and Zach Redmond's upset because I traded away Joel Armia. That's the AHL squad, though. You guys just worry about whatever you're doing over there in Burnaby. But yeah, right now it's looking like Point, Besser, Aginla, Stahl, Kreider, Kapanen, Soderberg, Firk, Sorelli, Kraus, Czar, maybe Chandler Stevenson now? I think I'd sign Chandler Stevenson now. Fourth line center. He's fine in my book. Did he... I think he actually played a little bit up in the NHL. No, he didn't. No, he did not for us. Was a -4 in the AHL. I don't like to see a minus down in the AHL. But I do like to see that he scored 20 goals. So I think I will sign Chandler Stevenson. Second line right winger, maybe? Which means then signing Stevenson isn't worth it. But if there is a second line right winger that makes sense, let's go ahead and do it. But first and foremost, I want to sign 2 defensemen. So we've already got the $5 million taken up by, oh dear, by Leonard, hopefully. So now we take a look at defensemen. We'll sort by overall, not by cap hit. And Kevin Shattenkirk or Hamonic or Schultz. I don't mind Schultz. I would sign Schultz. Justin Schultz, offensive defenseman, seems to be pretty well-rounded nonetheless. 15 points only for Pittsburgh, 147 shots. Played 26 minutes a night. Don't think he's going to be playing 26 minutes a night here. Had a lot of giveaways, but I think he was just playing in over his head. He blocks a lot of pucks, and for an offensive defenseman, I think I'm fine with that. How about 2 years at $5 million? I would do that for Schultz, maybe now Carlos Capit doesn't look so bad. Let's double check how many penalty minutes. Only 4 in the entire season, because I know that came back to bite us against Calgary. So yeah, let's do 2 years at $5 million. It is a flippable contract. Probably we won't get a lot of value, but it is flippable. And then I think I do want to go after Kevin Shattenkirk as well. I would love to go after Brandon Montour. Maybe the Buffalo Sabres are going to be too busy trying to sign Connor Sheary to an absolutely mega deal. No, Connor. Connor, listen, bud, I don't want to break it to you, but you are never in your career going to be worth $9 million. I just want you to know that now before you get your heart broken when all of a sudden a team is desperately trying to move your contract at the trade deadline this season. Speaking of second line winger, Hoffman, there's a guy that would deserve the contract that he's asking for. I think I would give him that contract. I think I would. Don't know if I would. Probably would, but I would rather give it to a defenseman. Because right now we're spending $11 million. You know what? I could definitely give it to a defenseman like Shattenkirk, probably. And we'd be okay. Shattenkirk, how did you do? Another offensive defenseman, so that's great. Does he fit our scheme is the question. He did not play much ice time at all, only 12. That was bottom pairing ice time. Not a bad ratio, considering. Okay, a good amount of blocks. I mean, another thing for an offensive defenseman. 19 points. I mean, he scored 20 points. He played for the Lightning. Shattenkirk, like I said, 2 penalty minutes, not a ton of time. Does it say that if he fits our scheme or not? He would fit the top 4 defensive pairings. How about Schultz? Does Schultz fit the top 4 defensive pairings? Travis Hamonic fits everything. Travis Hamonic fits everything. How did he do? He was a -6 playing for none other than the Calgary Flames, the team we just got ousted by. 17 points, 20 minutes a night. That's decent. I think I'd rather have Shattenkirk. I think I would rather have Kevin Shattenkirk for 2 years at $5.1 million. Again, another flippable deal. And then we'll go to forwards. And, I don't want to spend right up against the cap. I still want some flexibility. But man, would Hoffman look good on that second line. And then I would probably move Kasperi Kapanen if it looked like we were up against it. How about 3 years at 6.5? Would you take 3 years at 6.5, Hoffman? We'll see. From the contract. I don't like to give out very long contracts unless the player is worth it. All right, so the biggest one is Robin Lehner in goal. If we don't have enough money for Robin Lehner, I'm going to be upset. Today might be a decent day. Oh, let's double check, see if there's any prospects that slipped through the grasp of everybody, and it does not look like it. Duclair? Meh, I guess, maybe? Nope, no goaltenders. 2 teams are interested in Robin Lehner. Okay, so let's check out who we've approached and how many other teams are in on those players. 4 players on Hoffman, 5 on Schultz, 5 on Shattenkirk. So we are in a bidding war, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to see them bring the Madden style bidding. I know that's kind of cheesy because you can just kind of tell what other teams are offering, and like it's a point system, so you can just keep re-offering each day, like multiple contracts per day, and you can just keep bumping it up until you're the number 1. They don't always choose number 1, but I think that would be kind of cool rather than this wait and see approach, because then you would kind of be able to plan. I'd like to plan. But there's the 4th. Justin Schultz accepted. Kevin Shattenkirk accepted. Beautiful. So now we have 2 contracts out, and we have 17 million in cap space. So we are in no worries about not getting our guys. And advance a day, Robin Lehner accepted, so that's beautiful. We have ourselves a goalie, and Mike Hoffman accepted as well. The team is very happy. We signed him. I'm happy we have him. Depending on if Kasperi Kapanen jumps or not, we will go after him, but I think I'm going to go after some 2-way guys right now. But I will see you guys at the start of the season. So guys, I just want to interject really quickly. I know I said I'd see you at the lines next season, but Philadelphia is offering me their first for Carl Soderberg. Like, I get the dude looks like a decent 3rd line center and all, and like I'm fine keeping him, but it's a first. It's a 1st round pick, and I know I have to give up 2/3, but a 3rd is not the end of the world if we can get another 1st. We already have Vancouver's picks. Like, we own Vancouver, boys. We already have Vancouver's 3rd. I would not mind another 1st, and it just requires us giving up Soderberg, who I just took on as a cap dump. I know he's an 81, but I'm pretty sure Cirelli could fill in that 3rd line center role. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. How does Philadelphia look as a roster? Kevin Hayes, 82, does not look great. Some top talent: Couturier, Voracek, Giroux. Obviously, I skipped over Provorov, Gostisbehere, James Van Riemsdyk, Niskanen, Sanheim, Toffoli. I mean, they've got a lot of lower-rated guys now. If Nolan Patrick jumps, that could look worse. I don't know why they're going after him. And in goal, obviously, they have starter Hart, 87 overall. He may just carry them to relevance. But it's a first for Carl Soderberg. I don't know why I would say no to this deal, other than the fact that I get rid of next year's 3rd. But it's a first. Carl Soderberg's also on a great deal for a 3rd line center. Does he fit on our roster, though, is the question. Very high coach satisfaction. I don't know where he fits because it won't tell me, of course. Interesting. He does not like Cowan or Broussard, the coaches. You know what? He's 34. Let's go ahead and propose the trade. Take the 1st. And that means I'm going to have to sign, and Jamie McGinn. Okay, so I'm going to have to sign a 3rd line center right now. It's July 19th, so not everybody is gone. And the good news is we now have over $8 million in cap space. The problem is everybody is gone. Chandler Stevenson, well, just, I guess, worked his way into a 1-way 1.3, yeah. I guess he just worked his way into being a 4th line center for us, but Cirelli now gets to play his desired role as a 3rd line center, so hopefully everything goes well. But I mean, I just got a first for Carl Soderberg, and if that team does not pan out well, Philadelphia, that could be a decent. Are you kidding me? That first could be really something. I mean, if they miss the playoffs, who knows? Anyway, let's jump into the lines. I don't think anything else big is going to happen. So here we go, guys. We are at the start. Looks like we're signing some AHL players, so I'm going to need to take care of that. But you guys don't need to worry about that because here we go. Aginla and Besser are both 87 overall. What? Oh my goodness. We have a legitimate top 6. Cirelli there. Kapanen did not jump, but he's now playing. Zach Aston Reese is a 4th line center. Martin Ferk. You know what? Let's put him up there instead of Czar. Czar's going to play on the right wing down there. We got a bunch of right wings. McGinn fits every system. You know who fits every system? Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider definitely boosts this line. But our first line of Besser, Point, Iginla. Point did not jump. Hopefully he does grow a couple more points, at least gets into the 90. Same thing with Besser, 23 medium elite, 19 medium elite, Joel Iginla. Now defensively, we've got Gustafsson, Larson. Actually, we've got Gustafsson and Shattenkirk, Schultz and Larson, and Girard and Fleury. Fleury jumped a point, and I believe Girard jumped a point or two. But we really have a good defensive guy here in Gustafsson paired with a good offensive guy in Shattenkirk, a good offensive guy in Schultz paired with a good defensive guy in Larson. Okay, and the third pairing might not be the same, but I can't make every pairing perfect. And in goal, we got Robin Leonard, and Comrie jumped to an 83, so I'm very glad I did not drop him, and he's actually a high starter. So we could have gotten away with just having Eric Comrie, but I like the solidity of Robin Leonard there behind in the back end. So Lawson Krause would not really fit much better than anybody else there, but I think he would be better than Jamie Benn. I think, or Jamie McGinn, excuse me. Jamie McGinn, put Lawson Krause in, beautiful. And yeah, guys, I think this team is really set up well. You got a third line scoring line, a good two-way line with some scoring here with Mike Hoffman on this line. And then obviously you've got your studs on your first line. This is a team set up and, just guys that'll go in and do the, dirty work. They're grinders, two-way forwards, power forwards, physical. Chandler Stevenson's two-way. He does it all. And same thing with Zach Aston Reese. He's a two-way forward, power forward. I love that. Two-way forward, sniper. I love that too. Kasperi Kapanen, I thought he would score more goals, but you know what? If he can be just a two-way speed guy, I'm cool with it. Because then we got sniper, playmaker, power forward, and sniper, playmaker, sniper. I mean, I love the look of this team, guys. This Honolulu Hammerheads team looks great. Now, the only thing I might be a little bit concerned about is the lack of top-end talent here on the back end. With Gustafsson's contract locked up for years, he's going to be here. Shattenkirk, prove it year, and then we can move him if it does not work. Same thing with Justin Schultz. Adam Larson, I think, is on the last year of his deal, so we can see if Adam Larson is worth keeping or not. Guys, I really like the look of this team. I would love to play a game with this team, and I just might do it. Let me know if you guys want to see me do some live streams with this team, and I will, because I actually kind of want to play some games, and if I do play some games, they'll probably be live for you guys. So as far as the AHL is concerned, does not look fantastic, but I should probably sign some actual... these are defensemen. I signed a ton of defensemen. I remember that. Yeah, I signed too many defensemen and not enough forwards. But the good news is there's still plenty of people out there. So I'm going to sign 5 more forwards. And how are we doing in goal? Goal looks fine. Goalies look fine. So 5 more AHL forwards. But guys, these are the lines. This could be a great season. I'm really looking forward to it. You guys let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.